Good morning everyone, this is the Smart #5 Premium rear-wheel drive, so big battery, 100 kilowatt hours, 94 kilowatt hours can be used, but rear-wheel drive with 376 horsepower. 4 weeks ago I tested the Brabus edition of the Smart #5 and it should have less range, and we're gonna test this today. I'm gonna do a range test at 130 kilometers an hour. But we're starting on a completely different and weird spot because the other highway entrance where I usually go is closed due to construction. Again, by the way, I don't know what they're doing. And today I have no idea how it's gonna be. Bavaria has lifted the truck ban on highways on Sundays and holidays due to low water on the rivers. But so far I've driven 10 kilometers or so on the highway, haven't seen a truck yet. So we'll see how that goes. I will also do a shorter test because it's my week off. I have holidays, but as with YouTube you have to still produce something, and that's just important to survive. And today on Sunday I'm going to do this range test, and next Sunday I'm going to do the long distance trip test, and that's it what I'm doing this week. But we start at 80%, not at 100%. I charged here at Allego to 80%. We're gonna drive it down to around 10%. And the car has 20-inch summer tires on, 255s on all four. We are on our way, and I want to drive faster than this, 132, but there's a speed limit. So we're driving right 130, but 132 should be our speed. GPS says 2 kilometers an hour off, 1 to 2. And I have the climate on, I have it off right now, but we turn it back on 21.5 degrees with the AC on, and it will automatically do everything. I'm not stressed at all. I don't want auto. Yeah, that's it. And all is cool. Trip was reset by itself because since charging with the Brabus we did 374 kilometers was our range. Consumption I have to look, I don't know right now, but we'll see. I was just at 70%, it means I used 10% of the battery and drove 42 kilometers. 420 kilometers, that's amazing, but 10 kilometers of this was in the construction zone with 90, so this will go down big time. Consumption is right now 25 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. I looked, average of the Brabus was 26.4. But at the end, we're right now in the middle. A lot of things can change, and again, consumption is lower with the construction zone. But so far, everything else is fine. 20 degrees out there, haven't changed anything. No trucks. I've seen 2, but that's normal on Sunday. There are some that are always exempt. So, I don't know, maybe they're not using it. Alright, first turnaround point. How is the Smart #5? Not Brabus, the Premium edition, just rear wheel drive. And let's start with the suspension. So I thought suspension is good. Then I drove my ID.7 again, and now this is not as comfortable as an ID.7, for example. And it's a bit more sporty. And with the Brabus, I think I was okay with it because it's a sporty car, but here it should be the comfort car, and I think the suspension could be a bit more comfortable. Steering is nice, loudness level at 130 is totally good, no problem with that. And cruise control is not perfect. So the normal driving is fine, but then when you overtake till it gets to the speed, and when you use your accelerator pedal, the adjustment while you're having cruise control on, it's not amazing. It could be improved. Steering assist is okay. It's not incredible, but I could use it in the construction zone. It was fine. And so far it didn't do anything weird. It just beeps at me when it turns off and when it does this and then, I don't know. This is not what I like the most, but it's okay. It's really fine. So I like it. And so we're gonna go now. Then hopefully it is busy, not horribly busy, but it is busy, and no trucks. I don't know. And by the way, I'm in eco mode. Totally forgot. I switched to eco mode. I have used 25% of the battery, drove 94.5 kilometers. That's 378 kilometers of range. That's just 4 kilometers more than the Brabus, but we're far from done. Consumption is also very similar. Instead of 26.4, we have 26.1. But again, we're still gonna drive a bit, but nice. I turned around and we're going back. It thinks I will arrive with 20%. I think that's good enough for me today. So we used altogether 60% of the battery. Again, this is my week off. It would be nice if I could get home at a reasonable time. And when I look at the consumption, not much difference. I look at the range so far, not much difference. In 4% we'll calculate the range again. And by the way, I looked again, and another thing that the steering assist has that is a bit annoying is that it thinks I'm not touching, so I have to steer against it. But when I steer, it gives me a warning, hey, if you steer, the steering assist doesn't work. So it's a bit weird. But it's okay. Still, only 22 degrees, no sun. I had turned off the AC, by the way, a long time ago. Totally forgot to say that. If it stays at the 20%, I really think I will go back like that and just charge to and just arrive with 20%. I think that's okay. I'm at 30%, used 50% of the battery, drove 184 kilometers to 386 kilometers, so a tiny bit less than what the Smart #5 Brabus edition did. But this is with the kilometers the car shows. When I'm home, I would calculate with what Google Maps says, and then we have the real kilometers, so it's possible. It's hopefully more. Consumption is just a tiny bit less, 26.2, almost no difference. Again, we're gonna do the whole comparison at home. It still thinks I will arrive with 20%, so I'm sticking to the plan of going back. We have that stupid construction zone in there, of course, but I hope it knows that for the calculation of the consumption. Do you want to charge for free? Of course you do. And how can you do that? With Encharge. Encharge is an app, install it on your phone, and when you are at a charger, you rate the charger. And for this you get kilometers and stars, and these you can exchange for charging credit. Use the link in the description below to get 20 kilometers to start with. I arrived with 20%. 26.1 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers average consumption, and it's 21 degrees out there. Now at home, I want to compare the result of the Brabus edition and the Premium all-wheel drive versus rear wheel drive. Important is that the Brabus has 21-inch wheels and the Premium had 20-inch wheels, but both 255s. Here you can see both of the data. I never know where to point, but I think this is my left, but your right, it should be the Brabus, and this is my right, your left, which should be the Premium. Temperature on the day at the Brabus 17 to 21 degrees Celsius, with the Premium 20 to 22, so very, very similar. In the Brabus I didn't use AC or heat. In the Premium I had the AC on in the beginning a bit, but then I turned it off. Very important, the Brabus I drove from 100% down to 8%, so it is more accurate. And you can see I have more capacity out of the battery. That means that the state of charge is not perfectly linear, where in the Premium 80 to 20% only 97 kilowatt hours, so there's 1.5 kilowatt hours missing, and I don't think they had different heat loss. Now, an all-wheel drive should always have a bit of a higher consumption. Even if you not give power to the front motor, it's still spinning, and that is a loss. Average speed in the Brabus was a tiny bit higher. Average consumption is then just a tiny bit higher, and range just, what is it, 5.3 kilometers. That's not a lot. So either the Premium is not that great when it comes to range efficiency, or the Brabus is very efficient. All-wheel drive and bigger tires, and this is insignificant, those 5 kilometers. Again, if I would have driven 100 to 8% as with the Brabus, it's possible that the result would have been a bit better. Who knows? But it was great weather, very similar conditions. But of course I drove way longer. I drove 56 minutes more with the Brabus. But very, very interesting. That's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.